amazing artists. My name is Ms Arlotta and I'm an art teacher at Baltimore County Public Schools. And today I'm going to show you how to make your own sketchbook out of things that you might have at home. So first, what's a sketchbook? A sketchbook is something that looks kind of like this, or it can look like this. You can have a big one or a small one. And it's something that artists keep and they draw in. And they might sketch in it, and they might paint in it. They might take notes in their sketchbook or draw pictures. And this is kind of where they practice or keep ideas before they make a big project. So we're going to make our own sketchbooks today. So there's a couple different kind of sketchbooks. You can have one that has a binding like this. You can have one that has a binding that's kind of like a spiral, or you can make your own. So what you're going to need to make your own, this is what it's going to look like, is you can just use, we're going to need a bigger piece of paper for the cover, and then we're also going to need some pages for the inside. So what I used for mine was I just used a piece of cardstock that I had. If you don't have cardstock at your house, you can use printer paper. You can use recycled paper. Some of you may have sketchbook paper like this. So you can use any kind of paper for your cover. You can even use something recyclable, like maybe an old magazine cover, and you can paint over it. The possibilities are really endless. So find something to use as a cover. I'm going to be using a cardstock paper, and then I'm going to get some computer paper. This is just paper that went in my printer. It's thin, so that works really well for our sketchbook pages. So you want something kind of thin, like regular copy paper is perfect. So I'm going to walk you through the steps, and then you can watch, and then you can create your own sketchbook that you will have so that you can draw your own pictures inside, and you can start planning what you're going to do this year. I know you're going to make some amazing things with your teacher, so you can actually use this for the next year. All right, I hope you enjoy. All right, to start off, I'm taking my piece of paper and I'm going to sketch out some lines with a pencil. Then I'm going to take a marker, or you can use any art supply, and you can write your name at the top. I like to write the word sketchbook, and then I like to write the year. You can write your grade as well. I'm going to take a marker and decorate and add some details to my sketchbook. I can add a nice little frame, and then something I like to do is I like to open up the cover and add something called a border. So you can add your border with whatever you'd like. I happen to have a Sharpie, and then I found a stamp. So I use a stamp and a stamp pad. Now you can decorate your cover with anything. You can do drawing, you can do collage, you can even paint your sketchbook cover. It's up to you. Don't forget to decorate the front and the back of your sketchbook cover. I happened to find these stickers that I had left over, and I wanted to add a couple of those onto my sketchbook. You can also decorate your sketchbook by drawing. So I like to decorate my sketchbook with things that I love. I love to paint. So I chose to sketch out in pencil first, and then outline in Sharpie a paint palette and a paintbrush. Think about how you can add details to your painting and maybe even overlap like I did here. Sometimes painting gets messy, and I like to make a mess when I create art, so I overlap some splatters in the background. Pro tip is to use the back of your pencil and erase all of your old pencil lines after you outline them. That just cleans up your lines and makes it look a little bit neater. I also love the water, so I added some water in to my sketchbook. It can be related to art, or it does not have to be related to art. It's your sketchbook cover, so you get to choose. I also have a puppy named Luna, and I'm going to put her on my sketchbook cover too, because sometimes when I'm making art, she sits there and with me, and she watches me create. I wonder what she's thinking about. I think she's dreaming about a bone, and maybe going in the water. And we like to play catch, so maybe she's thinking about that too. Next step is to color. When you're coloring, think about adding different kinds of values, making it colorful, and you can even think about fading. You can get as creative as you want with this part. Now that you've colored your sketchbook cover, it's time to put it together. You can choose a stapling, rubber band, tying, or hole punching method. I'm going to show you all 4. To start off, you're going to fold your paper if you haven't already, and you can use a pencil to smooth the corner. Then I'm going to take some copy paper and fold that in half as well, using that pencil again to smooth that edge. You want to take about 7 to 8 pieces of paper. You can staple it with a stapler. Now, if you don't have a stapler, there's some other tips. You can use a rubber band. Be careful that your pages don't come out. You want to be gentle with this method. You can also use a string. So I'm just going to measure out some string and cut it a little bit longer than I need so I can tie a knot. This part, it might be helpful to have a friend hold the knot for you so you can get this thing tight. You can adjust it and even tie a bow and keep it as part of your design. Now, if you have a hole puncher, you can do this. You can open up your book and hole punch 2 spots on the spine and then thread your string through those holes. This is a type of binding. So you want to measure out enough string that you're going to be able to go between both holes. Now you can tie it again and again. This would be helpful to have a friend hold down your knot. I'm going to double knot it to be safe. You can also add more pages to this kind of binding as you go through them. No matter what kind of binding you choose, you can still continue to decorate your sketchbook cover. I'm going to decorate the inside of my cover, and I found this really cool pocket that I had. You can also make your own pockets and put things that you would like to store inside. Making a sketchbook can be so much fun. I made myself quite a few. You can add pages to your sketchbook, or you can make more than one like I did. It's up to you. And remember, keep creating and fill up those sketchbooks with all of your amazing artwork. You can even show somebody else what you learned today, and you can help them and teach them how to make a sketchbook. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you next time.